Hello, and welcome back to Let's Get Lit. In today's episode, we're going to go over Chapter 18 of Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Now, we've already heard the creature story, so next we're going to continue on and see what Victor does. Alright, now remember guys, the previous 18 videos are up for your viewing pleasure. So please remember to watch those first before going on. That way you're caught up and you don't get into possible spoiler territory. Alright, everybody ready? Here we go. Alright, so where chapter 18 begins is Victor telling Robert that all he could think about was the request of the monster. He was processing that he had to build another creature, he had to build a wife, a companion for the creature that he's already created. So he goes back to Geneva, and he's feeling a little bit better about being home, but the only thing he can really think about is this new task. And his father sees that he's very sad and very mellow, and he tries to cheer him up. And essentially, this chapter deals with Victor's dad seeing if maybe marrying Elizabeth would make him feel better. You know, maybe if he had a wife and if he was able to have a family, maybe this would help Victor overcome his sadness, overcome his gloom and doom kind of life that he's had so far. And he even asks Victor if Victor still likes Elizabeth because he's been so preoccupied. And Victor tells his father, he's like, no, I love Elizabeth. Elizabeth is fantastic, but his mind is really only preoccupied with the new creature that he has to build, that he promised. So he's thinking about all of these things and his mind is wandering. So he comes up with a plan. He basically tells his father that he needs to travel to England because that's where he heard of some news from a new philosopher, new scientific studies, as you will. He basically just wanted an excuse to be alone so that way he could build his creation. And so Robert's father agrees, but on one condition. And the condition is that Clerval has to go with Victor. Victor's father doesn't want him traveling alone. He's afraid that if he travels alone, something bad might happen. He would like to prevent that as best as possible. So, at first, Victor's very upset by this. Victor doesn't really want to travel with Clerval, though he loves Clerval. Clerval's his best friend. He doesn't really want to travel with him. He just wants to get it done, get this monster built, come back, marry Elizabeth, and be done with everything. And be able to try to live a somewhat happy life. However, once Henry shows up, and Henry and Victor get together, and Victor feels better, Victor starts to think that maybe having Henry by his side is a good thing. So the rest of this chapter is basically the travels from Geneva to England. And Victor describes it very beautifully with all of the hills and the mountains and the water and everything else. So it's a beautiful, beautiful journey that they take. And at the end of chapter 18, they basically make it to England. So, this is everything in chapter 18. Stay tuned, guys, because chapter 19 is coming up next. We're going to get a little bit further into the story. We're getting really close. We're on the last section of the book. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please like, share, comment down below. Let me know if I've missed anything important, anything not important. We'd love to hear from you guys. So, we'll see you real soon. And as always, guys, stay lit.